Hey everybody, it's Clarissa Burt. Welcome back in the limelight. Yet today, another amazing entrepreneur. Before we get to that though, I do want to invite you to subscribe, to share, to like, and love us a lot here at In The Limelight Television. We work very hard to bring you information that we think is pertinent. This is Entrepreneur Talk, and we're going to be talking to someone that I have known for some time. And I'm very excited for you to get to meet him and take a deeper dive into what he does for entrepreneurs. Before I do that, though, I do want to remind you that not only are we a video, a podcast, but we are also a digital magazine. The last magazine, as you know, are the Lamborghinis. I've shown them to you many times. The new publication has dropped. It is on the website. So you want to go to clarissaburt.com, inthelimelight.media.com. You can find it there. The hard copy is not yet here. I've ordered it, but I'm still waiting for it to get here. So with all of that having been said and not much further ado, we are going to bring on the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the man himself, David Cogan. There he is, everybody. David Cogan from Eliances, where entrepreneurs align. David, I'm going to just cover up your face with your beautiful logo. There you go. Eliances, everyone, where entrepreneurs align. How does that work? I don't know. I wish I could do that in a prettier way. I just can't. There we go. So. Anyway, so
give me a high five. Give me a high five.
Yeah,
do the high five.
Oh, wait. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Perfect.
So what's doing? I mean, you have built an empire with Eliances. You have meetings and roundtables and grand tables and the Hero podcast that I've been on. Wait a second. Wait for it, everybody. Here you go.
Oh, I love it. That's an awesome shot. Looks great. Oh, yeah. It was an honor having you on the show. I love it. Absolutely.
There you go.
Looks great.
Yeah. A little slow today, everybody. It is a little slow, but here's you and me. Oh, there we are.
That's awesome.
In the flesh. But you know, you've been working for a lot of years with a lot of entrepreneurs globally, not just locally. And you get to meet and greet and talk to some of the coolest people on the planet because it is overarching all of the different categories of people that you bring together. Tell us a little bit more about Eliances, what it does and what the vision is.
Sure. Thank you again to Clarissa for having me on the show. I love it. Big fan. I love the work that you're doing and helping and spotlighting entrepreneurs. It's so critical. I mean, this whole country was built on entrepreneurs, built on small businesses. And the foundation of Eliances is, as you mentioned, it is the place where entrepreneurs align. In fact, it truly is the only place where entrepreneurs align as a community. And we're based upon a community. We have people that are from one realm to another realm that are part of Eliances. So for example, is we have ones that are living in their car, starting their next business, to those that have sold their business, to multi-billionaires that are part of the community, from actors, actresses, and that. But what the foundation is that when you get people together and you have that even level playing field, magic happens. And it's typically is I never thought I would connect with this type of person, and next thing you know, they're building a business together, or competitors of that. So it is a community.
And it's a phenomenal community. You know, I'm excited to be now just jumping on board. I had been to an event some years ago, but travel and actually wasn't living in town at the time has kept me away, but I will be becoming much more frequently now. And I did want to let everybody know, just the extraordinary work that you all do by bringing people together, and a lot of deals are made. Not only there's a separate mastermind that you have pulled together. So there are all kinds of different extrapolations, if you will, of Eliances. So once you're in, there are so many different ways you can operate. Because the time that I was there, David, you may not remember this, but I came to a round table and I spoke. I stood up and spoke. And you were kind of dressed like this somehow. I don't know, underneath of everything.
Probably.
You had some sort of superhero thing. And I looked around and I thought, wow, this is really something very different. There's the logo for your podcast. This was something really different because it's not boring. It's not staid. It's not stuffy. It's a lot of fun because you keep it that way. How do you find the motivation, the drop, that energy that you have? I thought I was bad, but you seem to just forward. I say 25/8 because 24/7 doesn't exist for entrepreneurs anymore.
Right,
We've moved into favorite sayings, I think, of all times is, if you didn't want to work a 9 to 5 in corporate, then be prepared to work to entrepreneur. Agreed?
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. And I am accessible 24/7 to our community. And it's being driven. I mean, I'm so excited about the people that I get to meet, the opportunities such as you. I mean, and your background and the people that you've met and hearing the stories, it just drives the energy, and it drives the energy that takes place there. I mean, again, we've got people that are top politicians in the state. We're not a political group. We have the top lawyers. We're not a legal group. We have the top investors. And you don't have to be a top investor to be part of Eliances. But again, you get all these people together that never thought that they would mix, and voila, the magic happens. And we have weekly private roundtables. They take place every week. If your audience would like to have an opportunity potentially to attend one, they can go to eliances.com and click on roundtable application. In addition to, we and they can come as your guest, specifically guest of Clarissa Burt. So if you know Clarissa, then we got one foot in.
You're in like
that's right. And then we're also in other locations too. We've got locations in DC, a number of ones opening up in Florida, international ones that are wanting to open. So we're just kind of gradually expanding. We're looking for the right community directors within each location that will really be the foundation of helping to pull together the community, because it's a community. So if you're, as you know, Clarissa, if someone's here to come and network and pass out their business card to each person, really the wrong place. There's plenty of other places out there. But the biggest news now is that we've taken this virtual, and we've been able to take similar type of experience and do something that really nobody else is doing on the virtual side of how do you get that touch, that feel that it is truly something unique and a community. And we've been able to do that, and we're going to be expanding it to other experiences besides the roundtable and that. So it's quite exciting, and that's going to be one part. And then, in fact, I mean, the whole world here is going to be going virtual in some way or another.
Sure. Yeah, and I really hope that it is a sign of the times, obviously, because we are going through COVID and extraordinary times, absolutely extraordinary times, meaning extraordinary. But I really hope that organizations such as Eliances will remember the importance of being in the room. There is nothing that will ever replace the action, being there, human contact, and being able just to get out of the house and go meet like-minded people right there and there. I just love that. And I really hope that it doesn't go the way of the book, because I'm not an iPad-y kind of person. I don't want to read my magazine on an iPad. I'm just going to hold on to the old traditional ways as long as I guess I possibly can. Was this always the vision when you got started with Eliances? What was your vision at the time? And did you ever expect that it would be as massive as it is today?
So, short answer is no. I had started a number of companies. I exited a healthcare company, and after I exited that, I was like, okay, so where do people go? Like, I'm unemployed, and I can't get hired by someone because I've started enough businesses where really it says, what am I going to do next? And I ended up going to a variety of different things that were like networking and that type of stuff, and really wasn't comfortable with it. Wasn't comfortable going into a room going, okay, now what? And everybody hands out their business card to you and you go, okay, now what? And so one thing led to another, and the next thing I know is we had 15 people that grew to 40 people that grew to 50 people, and it just skyrocketed. And each time I'd come home, I tuck my kids in and I go, you won't believe who I met. And this person has done this, and they're selling helicopters. And this one is the, actor of so-and-so. I mean, we have, a quarter of the cast of Happy Days that is part of Eliances.
Right.
and then it's
Right.
just it's very surreal. And again, even having the opportunity like to be able to talk with you. I mean, our paths crossed, thankfully, because of Eliances, and we're building a strong
Right.
relationship, and given the years that we've had. So it's just it's these
Absolutely.
stories, and my belief is that everybody, regardless of where they are, has some type of superhero superpower, and it's just being able to find what that is. And some people find it earlier, some people find it later. I mean, you found it being, supermodel. I mean, so,
That
and
was a
then
long
now
time ago, but yeah.
everything else you're doing. Yeah, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal to have been able to
Here's
accomplish
some
that.
more.
So,
I'm going to show you some more stuff up here. Let's see.
yeah.
There you are. Look. There
Oh
you are.
man, that's great.
I,
Look at
I
that.
keep it. I keep it all hidden. I keep it all hidden. But yeah.
Unbelievable. You gotta
Yeah.
invite me in.
This
I
is
want, I
it.
want to see it in person one of these days.
You have to come down. You'll have to come. I'm a little bit farther away than where you normally have your meetings, but I'd love to have you. It'd be awesome for you to come see some of the fun stuff that I've been able to do through the years. But in all of the years, all of the hard work, David, you work honestly. I think you are a 25/8 kind of guy, because I see what's going on even from behind the scenes, and I saw the day that I was in for the podcast as well, the amount of work that you put into everything that you do, and you put in so much passion and creativity. Some people kind of stop at, well, I got the job done, and you don't. You seem to keep going until or there's something to hold, or there's a marketing piece, gadget, or it's just a lot of fun to see what you do with Eliances, for sure. What would you consider, and I love asking this question to entrepreneurs, and the answers that you get are really amazing. In all of it, there was, to date, what was your crowning moment?
Crowning moment. I would say is because of the amount of hours and that I do work is being able to figure out how to integrate it with my children. And part of that is that every night, even to this day, I'm still tucking them in, and we're talking about the day. And I'm able to pull some of the people, like entrepreneurs, things that I've met, and draw my children in, because they're like, oh, wow, you met this baseball player or this fashion
Right,
person. So having the
right,
interest of them getting excited about who I've met and building that connection that, quite honestly, without Eliances, I wouldn't be able to, being able to meet, you know,
right.
Olympic medalists, and all different facets. If we had, for example, who's part of Eliances is the co-founder of Oculus. Well, my son's big into VR. That lit him up. He's like, okay, that's cool. Like, if he says it's cool, then it's cool. So I think that's really the biggest thing, because at the end of the day, being an entrepreneur is phenomenal, but also too is having someone like children or family or friends or something like that certainly is a big deal too, and developing deep relationships.
How old are the kids? How old?
So now I have a son, he is 15, and a daughter who's 19, and I'm still tucking my son in every night, although the time has gotten much shorter, and I'm still sharing with him of the things that took place during the day and what he's shared with me. But yeah,
Well, I don't know if I
it's
can
a good
even do this. I don't
relationship.
know if I can be here now. The poster for the never
Oh,
ending.
look, I feel like I'm there. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Might be a little
I
too
love
young.
it.
Your oldest may remember the never endings and original journey of the movie. Age group do remember the movie, and they love it. And when I tell them I was the me, but they, and you are the Hollywood actor has come through. You care to expand upon that? Talk about anybody that you'd like to. One of the ones that like Dark.
Wow. Boy, there's been just so many. I'm trying to think of some offhand. Well, people that have been on Project Runway. As I mentioned, Happy Days, quarter of the cast of Happy Days, even MASH. We've had the President of the United United Nations General Assembly on. That was
Oh, that's
certainly
cool.
interesting one, and a number of them. And then they fly in for our experiences, like our grand tables we have that take place. But what it is this is interactive. So it's not where you, as you know, Clarissa, you're just coming and you're listening to someone for an hour, and away they go off stage, and you don't get to see them.
Yeah.
This is interactive.
Yeah.
It's interactive. It's something that's nothing else that's like there. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is we make sure every single person is comfortable. And I got that from my mom, who's been a school teacher. She was a school teacher for over 25 years. Is she ran the classroom, right? Making sure each child that was comfortable. Here, it's making sure that everybody's comfortable. And that's I don't care what level you're at. Everybody walks in a room, they're still like, okay, where do I go? And what do? Typically beeline to someone who they already know. Not here.
Exactly.
Mix it up and
Yeah.
make sure that everybody knows, and they're going to know everybody in that room by the time they leave.
I think the best business advice you ever got was, and from whom, if you remember?
I would say one of the memories that sticks out most to me is when I was about 7, 8 years old, and I was in my father's office, and I was sitting on the couch, bored as could be, bouncing off the wall, rolling around. But what I remember to this day, and it took probably about 20 years later for it to kind of click, actually probably 30 years later for it to click, is that I observed the way in which my father communicated with each person that came in. And it was that laser eye focus. It could have been anything else going on, but he was focused. And there's the warmth of whoever it was that was coming in. So I didn't understand what was taking place. I didn't know really what was communicated. But to this day, I still remember that. And so I've carried that over. I think that's the biggest lesson, is to give the person who you are talking to the focus and the attention, not looking down, not doing all those things, and genuinely being interested in and listening carefully to what they have to say. And I think that we do that. You'll find more opportunity than ever. You'll learn more about the person and go much further, I think, than anything else that's out there.
Where's you see it in 5 years? How would you like to see the business grow?
Yeah. So we'll probably be in every single major city within the U.S. We've gotten, we continually have many requests. Again, it's finding the right community director. Also, too, is additionally international. So we've got some very strong relationships. We're just not quite yet ready at this point to go international, but these are very solid contacts in that. So that basically what it'll build is an entire network. And I don't mean networking, I mean network of entrepreneurs in a community. And the whole community leads with what you can give and what you could help provide for somebody else, right? And that's what our whole basis is what could you provide for others? And boy, things come flooding your way when you do that.
Yeah, they sure do.
That's
how
exciting.
can everybody be exciting? And I see it happen. I know, knowing you, I know it will. Everybody, Eliances.com. We've been talking to David Cogan. He is the guy, the founder, the one that he is the gas that goes in the engine. He is the brakes.
Clarissa, you're getting me too big of a head. I'm not going to be able to walk through the door anymore.
I'm telling you, I mean, honestly, I know a lot of entrepreneurs myself. I get around too, and I don't know too many people that work quite as hard as you do, and as you said before, makes everybody feel just super special. So, with that having been said, my kind sir, we are coming to the end of our lovely chat. Would you like to leave everybody with where they can?
Absolutely. Go to Eliances.com. That's ELIANCES.com. Eliances, the only place where entrepreneurs align.
I did my homework.
You're awesome, Clarissa. Thank you too so much. Thoroughly enjoyed the interview. Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks so much.